Good morning, beloveds. It is May 5th. It is Cinco de Mayo, and I learned today that Cinco de Mayo is not Mexican Independence Day, but it does commemorate them winning a battle. I think against the French is what they said. So I was like, well, that's interesting. I may have to look more into that. But that's what it is. So the temperature dropped a little bit yesterday. We had a cool front come in, and so it was 60 degrees this morning when we went to work out. It was fantastic. So we wore a jacket to the gym, and I immediately took it off because I knew as soon as I started working out, it was going to get hot. And then I didn't bother to put it back on after we had worked out because it's a really nice day. So like today is the day to open your windows. Let that fresh air in. It's going to be up to 80 here though, so I don't know how long you want to leave them open, but like right now, perfect time to open the window. Okay. So May 5th, our title is very long. I am at home in the universe wherever I may be, one with God, one with people, one with that abiding faith that knows no fear. And the Bible quote is, "And all things that are mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them." And then it's John 17:10, and it has in quotes ERV. So that may be a particular edition. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look into that. So, this meditation is an all-inclusive prayer because it includes ourselves and others. It is truly doing unto others what they should do unto us, and establishes a unity between ourselves and those around us, a feeling that we all are some part of the kingdom of good. This all-inclusive prayer then is one which expands our consciousness of true self and at the same time blesses those around us. Believing that there is a divine presence closer to me than my very breath, and realizing that I live in the one perfect spirit, and knowing that the God around and the God within me is one God, I say, "My Father, which art in heaven, within me, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom is come now, and I accept it. Looking about me, I say to all people, your Father, which is in your heaven within you, hallowed be his name, for you are one with him forever. There is one life. That life is God. That life is your life now, and that life is perfect. Looking upon the circumstances which surround me, I bless them, even as Jesus blessed the bread and broke it, and even as the loaves and fishes multiplied into the outstretched and upturned hands of his love. I know that everything in my experience which is good is multiplied and increased. Even as I feel the increase pressing into my own experience, I give it out with no thought of return, that it may feed and bless and multiply the good of others. These others who are some part of me, because God is in them and in me, and we are in each other." I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. Other than this time he straight up said, because in this month, there's he's giving you like a little short paragraph, and then what he called a meditation. And that's the first time I've seen him do that. Now, granted, I started in this book. I started in April. I didn't start with the beginning. So, because he didn't do that last month, really. It was one paragraph. So, this month it's like, let me give you a short description of what I'm about to do. And then, he does a prayer or a meditation or a blessing or whatever it is. So it's interesting. And oh my God, the titles keep getting longer and longer. So today our focus is I am at home in the universe where I may be. One with God, one with people, one with that abiding faith that knows no fear. So I am at home in the universe wherever I am because I know that wherever I am, God is. Because I carry God within me. You carry God within you. But God is also all around you. So there's nowhere God is not. So it's kind of that, I'm going to say that brat thing. I'm a military brat. And so everybody, when you meet new people, everybody wants to know, well, where are you from? You know, where'd you grow up? And I'm like, well, how much time have you got? Let me list all the places that I've lived. So I don't have a home per se. I was born in this place, but we only lived there for the first 3 months of my life. So, you know, where I was born, I don't consider that home. And there's no place that I've lived for a significant amount of time until now. I mean, I've now lived in my house longer than I lived anywhere in growing up. So I don't have a home per se. Like I'm where are you from? I can tell you where my people are from, but I'm from the military. And so when people would ask me that question, I would always say home is where my pillow is. That's the idea here. Home is wherever you are because you carry that which makes it home, which I would argue one of the words for that is love. You carry it within you. Or both Ernest and Raymond are telling you, you are home now, wherever you are, because home is in the heart. Home is God within, and you always have access to that. And I would just suggest go look the Bible quote up. All the things that are mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them. From John 17:10. Just go see what John was talking about. I don't know how it connects other than God saying all there is God, all there is me, and all that I am is yours. So this meditation is an all-inclusive prayer because it includes ourselves and others. And that's one of the beautiful things about Science of Mind. What we want for ourselves, we want for others. And that's just, I think that is, and it's not, it just is. It's not something we make a big deal out of, although I do, because I think it's amazing. But it's just part of our teaching. Like, it's not this, what, teaching. It's just part of the teaching. It's like, what you want for yourself, you want for others. The blessings that you have are the blessings that everybody else has. It's like, everybody's special and nobody's special. And that's the way it is. It's like, we're all special because we're all children of God, but we're all children of God, so nobody's more special than anybody else. It is truly doing unto others what they should do unto us, and establishes a unity between ourselves and those around us, feeling that we are all some part of the kingdom of good. This all-inclusive prayer, then, is one which expands our consciousness of the true self and at the same time blesses those around us. Remember who you are. And then remember who everybody else is. It's like, I am a child of God. You are a child of God. So I know that. I know that I am a child of God. But I also recognize, because God is all there is, you are a child of God. And I should treat you accordingly. Believing that there is a divine presence closer to me than my very breath, and realizing that I live in the one perfect spirit, and knowing that the God around and the God within me is one God. So he's riffing on Rumi there. there's a divine presence closer to me than my very breath, because that divine breath, that divine presence makes up the very breath, but it also makes up that which I breathe with. So it's both. And realizing that I live in the one perfect spirit. So I live and move and breathe in that perfect spirit. Like, there's nothing but that perfect spirit. It just looks all kinds of different ways, different and interesting. Knowing that the God around and the God within me are one God. So the God out there is the same God that's in here. And the God that I meet when I meet other people, it's all the same. It's all the same. It's all the same source. I say, and here he's using the my Father which art in heaven. And if it's hard for you to use my Father, then change the words. My God, which art in heaven within me, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come now, and I accept it. And that's really that last little part. I accept it. It's like the kingdom is always around me, but I only see it to the level of which I am willing to accept it. Looking about me, I say to all people, your Father, or your God, which is in your heaven, within you, hallowed is its name, for you are one with it forevermore. What I claim for myself, I claim for you. If I claim to be a child of God, then I am claiming also that you are a child of God. I am never excluding you from that siblinghood. I'm never going to do that. It's not the way this works. It's not the way this works. There is one life. That life is God. That life is your life now. And that life is perfect. And remember, perfect doesn't mean flawless. Perfect means whole. So, as one of my classmates like to say, the messy juiciness of life, that's all included in your perfect life. We tend to want to only show a certain... It's all part of it. It's all part of it. We have these glorious, juicy, messy lives. And we just want to narrow that channel down into this one perfect, flawless. It's all included. It's all included. The messiness, the juiciness, the juice running down your chin. It's all included. So when it's messy, and enjoy it. When it's juicy, enjoy it. When it's challenging, yeah, you may not be able to enjoy it, but just know that you're not alone. Just know that you're not alone. Because God is always with you. And sometimes God is with you by that person sitting next to you, going through that challenge with you. Looking upon the circumstances which surround me, I bless them, even as Jesus blessed the bread and broke it. So whatever it is around me, I bless it. If it is challenging, if it is abundance, if it is fruitful, if it is I really need to move on and not deal with this anymore, the best thing that I can do is bless it. The best thing that I can do is bless it. Because if it is abundance and I bless it, it gets better. And if it's a challenge and I bless it, it works itself out. Even as the loaves and fishes multiplied into the outstretched and upturned hands of his love. That's the way this works. In the hands of Jesus' love. In the hands of your love. That's the joy of being a blessing. That's the joy of blessing everyone we meet. And even the ones that we don't. So I know that everything in my experience that is good is multiplied and increased. Even as I feel the increase pressing into my own experience, I give it out, with no thought of return, that it may feed and bless and multiply the good of others. which is a truly selfless thing to do, to give the blessings that you have out to others. And I'm not just talking about stuff, and I'm not just talking about money. I am talking about you. I am talking about your time and your attention, and it's as simple as a smile. It's as simple as a kind word. You have no idea how much a blessing of a kind word can be to somebody. Especially somebody that you don't know. So the good in your experience, when you are good, you bless others by sharing that good, by sharing that good mood, by sharing that excitement, by sharing the smiles and the kind words and the compliments. And it multiplies that good in others because they've encountered a good in you. These others who are some part of me, because God is in them and in me, we are in each other. I am not my brother's keeper. Yeah, I am my brother's keeper. I am my brothers and sisters' keeper in as much of as I recognize that we're in each other, that we all are part of the same source. We all come from the same spirit. We all carry the same soul. And all it asks of me to do is to be kind. And that's easy enough. That is easy enough. I will remind you, you can be kind from a distance. You are going to meet people who have forgotten who they are, and they are not kind. You do not have to subject yourself to them. You can be kind to them from a distance. But it does mean that when you encounter them and they are unkind, then you can be kind and leave. Okay? It doesn't mean that you have to sit there and remind them who they are. You can know that from a distance, all right? I just want to remind you that. You're not here to fix people. You're not here to fix people. You are here to love people, but you are not here to fix people. You do not have to fix anyone. You don't even have to fix yourself because you are perfect as you are. If you choose to grow and evolve, that's you. But you don't have to fix people. All right? That's not your job. That's between them and God. That's between them and their source. All right, beloveds. I'm going to move into the process of my day, whatever that looks like, and I have no idea what it looks like. But it looks like it's going to be bright and sunny and beautiful, so go get some sunlight on your face. Oh, do we have a mission today? Yeah. Our mission today is to bless everyone that we come in contact with, to make a conscious, to make it conscious. When you encounter people today, in your mind, this is the mission, if we choose to accept it, to, when you encounter a person, to look at them and think, I bless you. That's it. That's it. I bless you. I bless you in love. I bless you in kindness. I bless you. Okay? That's it. To do it consciously. So that you kind of groove it in so that you're unconsciously doing it. So that as you look at people, you are blessing them. That's the mission today. So, I'm going to encourage you to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself. I was at the gym in the garage, and I had a moment to breathe. So I went out and I stood there in the sun, just for a few minutes, in the cool air, in the sun, got that face full of sun for a few minutes. That's what I'm talking about. That is resetting, that getting just, and it felt good. Felt good. That was my loving, kind, compassionate thing for myself today. And I'm going to do more, because that's what I do. And I encourage you to do more than just one, but always one, because you are a beloved child of God in whom God is well pleased, always and forever. That is the state of grace we live in. So whatever else you do today, and I hope that you do wonderful things of engaging your mind and your body, getting some fresh air, drinking some water, taking care of yourself. I do encourage you, open the windows of your soul. Allow that breath of heaven to remind you you do live in heaven now. It is all around us all the time. All that it is waiting for is for us to be conscious of it. The more we look for, the more we see, the more we see, the more there is. And that's how we make a world that works for everyone. All right, beloveds. Do what you need to do to make it a fantastic day. And it's Wednesday. Okay, it's Wednesday. So the Living the Science of Mind book study is on today at 6 p.m. So if you're interested in that, email info@creativelife.org. Get on that to get that link. Reverend David will be on Facebook Live around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back at 9 a.m. with you tomorrow on Facebook Live. And please remember, these talks are archived on the Running Rev Ryan YouTube channel, so you can go look them up. And I think I forgot yesterday because I was in class, so I'll get both yesterday and today up. But there's over a year's worth. You got any day you want to look for. Have a wonderful day, beloveds, and know you're loved.